Hello everybody and welcome to yet another episode of Sagevivor Season 9. In this episode we are jumping straight into the Hotel of Horrors, where I throw everybody into my hotel and they must try to fight and get escape as fast as they can. God, words are hard. That was terrible what I just did, but it's okay, we're going to leave it in. They need to fight to escape the hotel as fast as they can by either finding alternate ways or using their speech, the right correct phrase at the right time when we ask them the question. Super fun challenge. Very fun to see everybody interact. Everybody gets to DM each other during this entire challenge. Friendly reminder, if you have not already, please smash that like button for me to show your support for the series and consider subscribing. It does help me out a lot and the cast of Sagevivor, so go ahead and do that. But enough yapping, let's get into the episode.
Like, I will flip on the fucking bets. I do not give a shit.
Wild ride right out of the gate.
People can grasp onto that, they'll trust you, and they will...
I could see us going at it, but, you know, we'll see.
Hairs on the sand. Tide rolling in. Choose your hand.
Holy shit, okay.
Blood in the water, pick your partner. 2 names, 1 torch, who's going farther? Says bad, chant gets louder. If you can't swim with your blood, get out of the water. Blood in the water, waves hit harder. Oh God, new spark, tribe get smarter. Says bad, raise that fire. If you can't swim with your blood, get out of the water. Pairs up, lines in the shore. Vet with a rookie, do you teach or score? Handshake tight, but the current shift. Trust like a raft, can it hold that drift? Whispers at dusk, plans by the pit. Notes in the palm, who's counterfeit? Idle in the tide where the moon runs harder. Red don't rip, well there's blood in the water. Blood in the water. Blood in the water. Pick your partner. 2 names, 1 torch, who's going farther? Says vibe, bad chant gets louder. If you can't swim with your blood, get out of the water. Blood in the water, waves hit harder. Oh God, new spark, tribe get smarter. Says vibe, raise that fire. If you can't swim with your blood, get out of the water.
We went to the hotel, which I had a feeling we might, and I got to talk to Melissa. I was so happy I missed her. And yeah, the hotel challenge. I didn't talk to everybody like I usually like to do. There was a few people I didn't get to talk to, but I talked to Melissa, of course. I talked to Becca, Sarah's partner. I talked to Mason's... No, I didn't really talk to Mason's partner. I talked to Katie's partner, Cartner. Talked to Sarah's partner, Becca. Talked to Austin, Ryan's partner. And those were the main people I was concerned with wanting to be able to talk to. Turns out there was somebody voted for Melissa. She got a straight vote, and there's all kinds of speculation there. She told me she thinks it might be Carter. And then she's been told it's Nick, but she also trusts Nick and is working closely in an alliance with Nick and Becca. So, yeah. Then through more talking, it seems like maybe it was Casey or Carter is the new suspicion from multiple people. I think like that. I think that's what Becca and Melissa had narrowed it down to again through continuing to talk about it. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm a little worried for Melissa there. I don't like that she caught a vote. I guess that tribe is not as active as our tribe.
Okay, I can't make the videos long because Discord doesn't let me load them if they're too long, and I'm not fucking loading them to YouTube to then post them. I'm too old for that shit. So anyway, would I be in trouble? I would like to hope not. Like, I would like to think that I've built enough relationships. I know Becca and Nick are solid. I do believe Austin's a smart player. And I'm pretty sure I do trust that he trusts me right now. It was funny because Ryan reached out to me when we in this hotel, whatever, horror hotel or whatever we're in here. Ryan reached out to me and he's like, we have a lot of mutual friends. We know a lot of mutual people. And he runs another server with a couple people that I play with. And he's like, I've seen you around. You're a legend. But all the people that he listed that he's like, that we have mutual common, I've played with them, but I've rode with them for like, and I'm a solid ally, except for Mark. I'm sorry, Mark. But otherwise, he should know that. So I'm like, if Ryan's smart, he wouldn't be intimidated by that, because I guess he had said to Dirk, Melissa's a really good player. Didn't she just win Ribbit Vivor? Which I did. So I'm like, okay, does that mean he's going to target me immediately because he's threatened or he thinks I'm good, whatever. But if you're smart, and because he's a big player, like he's good and you can tell, but you want to keep those people with for a while. So I'm hoping we can all kind of band together between some of probably the bigger, more social players is how I like to do it. I hate it when everybody starts taking out bigger players early, because then they all go and then the game's boring as fuck to watch for the rest of it. Ugh. Happens all the time. But anyway, I digress. So Brian and I had some great chats. Sarah and I had some great chats. I knew I was going to fucking love her. And Katie, I played with Katie. I had no idea that Bud was Katie's husband, and I played with Bud the same game I played with Mark, the same game that I played with Erica, actually. So that's funny. So I've heard all kinds of amazing, fun things about Katie, and now I get to officially meet her. Bud's better half. She told me she's better. I believe her.
Oh my god, hi friends. Sorry I missed my last confessional. I was really busy at work and I wasn't keeping track of the time. I guess I have to update you on the last cycle then. So basically, Sal tried to get people to vote me, and it didn't work out too well for him, unfortunately. My connections are too strong. It got leaked to me right away. Then Sal tried to pull a fast one and lie and say that Nick and Becca are after me to try to cover his ass, but what he doesn't know is I'm in an alliance with them. So he ended up just digging himself a digger grave, and any slight chance that he did have to save himself to come up with a new name was flushed down the toilet by how many names that he pitched and talked shit about. So unfortunately, that is how Sal left. Do I feel bad for him? Not really, because he was after me, but he is someone that I was liking, and I would have preferred to vote someone else if it wasn't for that. But I woke up hearing he was saying my name, so I was like, okay, he gotta go. So yeah, that day was just a big old mess, and that carried over all the way to when I went to work. And because of that, it made me forget all about my confessional, because I spent the whole day trying to figure out, okay, well, how do I save myself? But I have some amazing allies who are protecting me, pitching for me, yada, yada, yada. So I think I'm sitting pretty well in this game. Despite all game talk aside, like I said, I have been building from the ground up when it comes to my connections in this game. And I've been really trying to build personal and real connections rather than talking game 24/7. And I think that it is really benefiting me in here, because people like me personally, so they want me around more than game, you know? Like, for example, Sal, coming to this game, he was really well liked. People liked him. But he made his whole game about game to the point where nobody really cared if he stayed. And that's the thing. I want people to want to talk game with me, but I want people to also care if I stay. So yeah, that's the update from me, and I will see y'all on the next confessional.
Dirk is great with Sarah, yay, and with Katie, which is great, because I think that I will really like Katie, but Katie's fucking partner's a dutter. Like, Carter, for me anyway, like, Carter's up in tribe chat in this challenge, chatting his face off. Like, I've never like, oh, super social, chitty chatty, That's not what he like. That's not what it's like playing with him. Anyway, Uli too. Oh, anyway, who are these people? So that's where we are. Dirk gave me some tea and some rundowns, and where he knows where like idle pieces are or things like that, and he seems to be doing well over there, which is really good. So hopefully we can both keep that going so we can connect at merge. I'm dying to connect at merge with Sarah, me, and Becca, because I need this. I just need an alliance for the three of us to shit talk in together, because I would live for that. Because Sarah's fucking hilarious. I knew I would like her. Mason seems great. Although Mason, according to Dirk, really isn't in the best position on that tribe, which is sad because I love Nick and Mason seems really nice. Who else have I talked to? I guess I think I didn't talk to Snowy.
I'm here. I've got a voice confessional, so I will be staying this round. But yeah, we're voting again. Not ideal, obviously. I did get a chance to talk to Uli though. Yeah, not much got said, obviously, but I did tell him that my closest ally was Ryan, which isn't the whole truth. He's my second closest, but like, I want Uli to think that he's my closest. So then, because Uli said that Austin was his closest ally, so if we can just, and I already wanted to work with Austin and Ryan, so like, if they think that we're fully with them, then I really don't care. Yeah, but I'm just trying to keep mine and Dirk's duo undercover for now. Speaking of that though, Dirk's actually messaged me saying that Gary's name's been thrown, which is something. I'm out of everyone in the Twink Alliance, I would be willing to drop Gary first. It really just comes down to do I stick with the Twinks and make it obvious that we're a 4 and like take Mason out or something? But like if they don't want to go for Mason and they want to go for one of the girls, then that's even worse for me because then that's like a smaller, tighter alliance that I'm losing. So yeah, I feel like it's going to end up landing on Gary. And I'm obviously going to do my work on Ethan and Ryan just to make sure that they're open to it and like that we can build bonds so we're not like on the bottom. Which like I know that I won't be because I'm with everyone, but like I want them to feel like we will make it further together. Which is all these people really need to hear from me. Yeah, outside of that, like I know Gary's got a lot of coins, so like I really wouldn't mind those going, mostly because it would be kind of funny for him to give me coins after I try and get him out. But yeah, that's my current thoughts. I don't know how the vote's gonna go, but if I had to place bets now, I'd say Gary goes.
This was the best episode for me. I thank you to all of production and hosts for letting me talk to Becca like twice today. Yes. Technically 3 times last night. So we got to do the hotel. And for those of you who are unfamiliar, I played in season 8, and during that season, me and my number 1, we threw the hotel challenge. So I didn't quite participate in the way that I would have if I was actually trying to like accomplish something in the hotel. Last season, I was very strategic with clicking enter on my commands to ensure that I was not the first person. This one, however, I did try, and I went back into the hotel. I think I escaped a total of 3 times. I almost went back in for, I guess, the 4th time, 3rd time, whatever, for an idol piece. But I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. A lot has happened. The hotel is this thing where you get your own channel. Everyone gets to congregate in one channel. And the hosts sort of like fuck with you over a period of 24 hours. People show their ass in the channel. I mean, it's a lot of fun. But while you're in there, you can talk to anybody in the hotel. When you are out of the hotel, you can only talk to people who are out of the hotel and on your tribe. So obviously, I get there and I'm like immediately messaging Becca, and she's like, "Oh my God, can we talk?" And I was like, "Bitch, we in the hotel." Like I saw that the challenge was created. And then I pinged production in my submissions because I didn't see the channel. And I was like, "Oh my God, can like I finally talk to Becca?" And then the channel was made, and I was like, "Just kidding, I see the channel now, holy shit." And like Christiana, hopefully I'm pronouncing your name right, was like, "LMAO, yes, you can talk to her now if you're in the same space." I was like, "Thank you." I missed her so much. I think she's in a really good spot on her tribe. I don't know why I was so worried about her. I'm going to continue to worry about her. She is my loved one. I adore her so much. I'm going to try to keep this video confessional short and not just info dump every single thing I got, because holy shit, the information was wild.
Just like all your friends, but on stage you're a star. You get the best of both worlds.
Oh my god. So there was this whole thing where they did the Resurgence River, and we got to choose some reps to go spectate that, is what they said. And then Sarah was telling me, and Sony was saying that they were actually doing it in their subs. And I was like, this doesn't make sense. Why would they have this whole chat just for them to choose times? Doesn't make sense. And then I was in the hotel and I was thinking about it, and it says that a coin is gifted publicly to whoever wins the Resurgence battle, and nothing was awarded publicly. So I was asking about it in the subs, and Sage alluded to the fact like he couldn't talk about it because he can't talk about what goes on in other areas where I'm not privy to, which is really only that place. So I was asking Sarah about it, and she was like confused. She was like, oh, I haven't seen anything. And then she was like, oh, there was this message that was lagging. Discord is being weird. And it looks like Dylan gave the coin to Becca. So clearly I feel like she was trying to not tell me about that, which isn't terrible, but I don't know. I kind of don't like that. But I mean, it's okay. Everybody needs to have their secrets. I don't hold it against her a lot, but I've got my eye on her. Went in to tell Becca because she was like, oh, Becca probably doesn't even know she got a coin, because she keeps acting like Becca has no clue about Discord at all, which she doesn't. Like, this is her first Discord org, but like, I don't think she's stupid, and not saying, if she missed that doesn't mean she's stupid, but I don't know, just the way she keeps talking about it, I think she just keeps trying to downplay her partner's threat level, which is fine. It's what you do for your partner.
So, first of all, she got Dylan's coin. She doesn't know why. She didn't even know it was Dylan's. I found out this morning, and she had gotten the coin last night. And she told me last night that she got a coin from Sal. And we were talking so much shit about Sal. I was like, this man's a moron. Because she essentially kind of spearheaded the vote. Like, she started telling people she didn't like him because he started acting weird. And, like, she was able to kind of move the votes over onto him. But I haven't told anybody that because I don't want her being viewed in any way like that. So, we were talking so much shit. And then something happened with Discord, I guess, and Sage's message didn't post until like this morning. He had to resend it. So I found out that it was Dylan's coin after I got out of the hotel. And Dirk was messaging me. And Dirk told me he would tell her, like, if he got back in, because we were like, we're going to go back in. And I was running errands, and I missed an opportunity to get into the hotel, but Dirk got in. And then he got out, and he told me, like, he gave her a heads up. And then I went back in, and I got a coin. And then I got out. And then I went back in with Ryan to pull Snowy. Turns out, I guess we should have pulled Gary's sorry ass. And apparently Gary was crashing out, I guess. Katie was saying, he was like, I'm not going to play this anymore and all this stuff. Carter dragged him in by doing trivia, I think is what Katie said. So yeah, that happened. It wasn't Sal. I take it back. Sal probably gave his coin to Gary, so Gary has like 3 coins if I had to guess.
Alright, so this round we had the wonderful hotel. I got stuck in it thanks to Carter for sending me back in, even though I had already gotten out. which stunk. But I was able to make a deal with Melissa, who is Dirk's duo, and Dirk is like my top two. Basically kept her safe and got me 2 shards with the idea that I would go. Well, I told her I wouldn't tell anybody, but I immediately ran and told Dirk and Ryan, with the idea that that would like help me kind of solidify things and be safe. And so far, I think it's worked. Last I heard, the vote was on Snowy, but things have been really quiet and weird, so I don't really know what's happening. I've heard my name and Mason get thrown out, but I think we're both decoys for Snowy, because Snowy seems to think that Mason is really going, and yeah, so we'll see what happens. It could be a blindside, but last I knew, Snowy's the one going, so we'll see. But hopefully we get a swap, because then if we go back again, travels are weird, and I don't want to deal with that. So I'm rooting for a swap. Well, like a super merge or something funny. But yeah, that's more or less my update for today. Hopefully I don't look like an idiot afterwards and I'm out, but we'll see what happens.
Becca got Dylan's coin.
This might be short and sweet. Also, I had to zoom in on my nasty ass face because this was in the way if I didn't. Also, I'm sick. That's my walkie-talkie. Hold on. Let me mute it because I'm on my lunch and I don't want to hear it. Last night, or yesterday, the whole last 24-hour challenge in the hotel was annoying. I got really lucky that I didn't have my students yesterday. It was like a professional development day. So I was sitting in training with my phone open on my desk and I was like hovering over the send button. And anytime I sent it, there was like 4 times where on my screen it said I was first. So I was like, thank God I can actually like do work today. And then apparently I wasn't fast enough and it was just my screen messing up. So there's that. Yeah, not fun. Yeah. So it was nice talking to Sarah. I miss her so much. She gave me all the tea, which is nice. I'm kind of glad that challenge happened because Melissa was keeping a secret from me. And it kind of forced Melissa to admit that she knew Erica before playing this game. Which is a big factor because I kind of thought maybe Erica was Melissa's number 1 and that I was her second, which makes me kind of want to vote Erica out. But also it makes me think like Erica would be aligned with me. And at this point, I just want to make merge. I feel like, so Sarah seems pretty well settled over there. She's aligned with Katie. And I think, who was the other person? Dirk, who's Melissa's partner. And like low-key Mason. So she knows Mason, but isn't telling anyone that they're like allied. So it's like down low. Which is cool because I'm friends with Nick and Melissa. And I'm okay with Carter. Like he's not my favorite person to play with because he is a child. But you know, not an actual child like Dylan. But yeah, he's young. And he was annoyed that I can't stay up late. But sorry, I wake up at 5 a.m. every day. And clearly it takes a lot out of me. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I'm going to go do my, whatever that list is. Yeah. Thanks for watching.
At one point when I went back into the hotel, Gary didn't seem too happy about it. Probably because he sucks at these kinds of challenges, I guess. I'm not really sure why it's so difficult. You just press enter, control V if you fuck it up. I don't I've not talked to to Gary since yesterday at 1:53 p.m. my time. He left me on red. So yeah. I found out that Becca's number one is Melissa. It was Nick. But Melissa got a rogue vote. They thought maybe it was Nick's because of the font. At one point when I went back into the hotel, her and Melissa told me that they now think it was Casey.
I'm back after a long day of work and ready to talk about episode 3 of Sagevivor. In our tribal, Sal did ultimately end up going home, so my Melissa vote wasn't really needed. Again, just had there as a safety in case he had something up his sleeve, which it turned out he didn't. As a little safety, just in case there was a tie between Erica and Melissa, just because we know that he was going to be voting Erica. As this tribal was going on though, so was the resurgence challenge happening in the arena, and Raph didn't even do it, so I'm like, oh, they're just because my partner, we knew he was going, so it was between Nicole and Dylan, the partners. Turns out Dylan won, and his coin gifting from winning was made public, which thank you guys for letting me see that. Dylan gave his coin to Becca. And let's move on to the next challenge that happened. It is the classic Sage's Hotel of Horrors. Ethan was the first to get out from his tribe, and I was the first to get out from my tribe, so a challenge means I'm doing pretty well in challenges. At least I think so. Dexterity challenge got first in our tribe. Music challenge got second in our tribe, and for this one got out first. So I think I'm doing pretty good. Hopefully that can help me make my cases of why people should keep me in here. But in challenges, please, I'll make our tribe win, or at least try. But for this one, we did end up winning. The ending result was Melissa versus Gary to get out of the hotel, and Melissa clutched in. She did win for us. And sorry, Gary, I've heard I heard that you're a little bit slow, but good job on that music challenge from the other episode that you got the fastest time. But what happened with the what's it called? The letter challenge. You know what? I'm not gonna drag you. That's my bad. Let's forget I said that. So yeah, we had a chill time. Oh, so again, Becca never told me about her getting coin from Dylan. I was assuming it's just because she was in the hotel, so I wasn't able to DM her during that time. And I will say, while I was in the hotel, literally one of my only questions was, how did Raph get voted out? All they can answer was that he was messy. When I asked how, all I got back was just messy. I'm like, okay, Hal, let's get into the details. But no one wanted to give it to me, so I was completely fine leaving early. No one wanted to talk to me. It's a well. I tried all I could do. But yeah, as I said earlier, smooth day for us. Just waiting for the travel to go on, and we'll see what happens.
Okay, happy Monday. I'm done work, so it's a happy Monday now. Yeah, so I caught a vote last round, and it was unexpected. And lots of thought has gone into where that might come from. And so initially, I thought that so Austin reached out to me and said that Carter said to him that he thought it was Nick because it matched, or it looked like the rogue vote for Casey, like the parchment looked the same. So he thought maybe it was Nick. And then Nick said that Carter had reached out to him and asked him if he threw a rogue vote. And Nick said no. He didn't need to because Sal didn't buy a shot in the dark, so there wasn't really a need for it because we knew that there'd still be a vote out there for Erica if Sal didn't buy or play a shot in the dark. So I guess Nick had told Becca, or not Nick, Austin had told Becca that he thought that it was possibly Nick. And I wasn't really buying that. Like, I'd be really, really disappointed and hurt and almost disappointed in myself that would happen, because I really think Nick is with me. Like, I believe Nick when he says that Becca and I are his tops or whatever. So that would really surprise me. So I wasn't really buying it. So initially I thought, well, maybe it was Carter, that whoever smelt it dealt it kind of thing. So he said something first. But the more I've been thinking about it, and Becca first initially, because I'm like, well, it would be Carter, maybe Austin, but I really don't think Austin would do that either, because I do think right now Austin trusts me. And while I think he might like to play, messy and chaotic or do those things, I just think now is early, and I don't think he would do that. So I'm like, or Nick, so it has to be Carter, right? And so then Becca said, well, you don't think it could be Casey? Which got me thinking, and I thought, you know what? Casey was very different with me yesterday before the vote. About an hour or so before Tribal, Casey became very chatty with me, which she never has before. She's not chatty with me at all. I don't know about other people. I assumed with Carter and Austin she must be, because they didn't want to vote for her, but not with me. But before Tribal, she was all like, hey girl, this is what I'm hearing. We want to be on the same page. Super chatty. And that, which I thought at the time, that's nice, different, but nice. And then after the vote, she was all at my DMs as well. Oh my God, who voted for you? This is crazy. Look at us. Like, we're, both of us getting rogue votes, rogue voters alliance, blah, 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 ha, ha, ha. And I thought, sometimes, because you got to, in these games, you got to kind of watch or pay attention to the way people are and how they are. So she wasn't the same as she's been with me this entire game. It changed. So that seems a little odd to me. Like almost overcompensating. Like she knew she did dirty. She knew she did my dirty, and she's going to overcompensate to make me not suspect her, because I suspect her. So right now, I lean more that it was Casey. Now, why she would do it, I have no idea. Was she just was she actually targeting me? Was she just tossing it out there to see what would happen? Because I haven't went back and looked, but I'm pretty sure that parchment looked like the rogue vote for her. And she's a smart girl. So, or whoever did it is a smart person, because they made it look the same as last week's. But not everybody knows that it was Nick that threw that vote last week. So, yeah. And if it was her, does anybody else know? Or was it just on her? Just doing her own little thing? Did she do it so that I would be like kind of sus of everybody, and then she could swoop in and be like, hey, look at us getting rogue votes. Let's, bond together, because she doesn't have a partner anymore and I'm questioning everybody now. I don't know. So that part I'm not really sure. Maybe she was doing it just to kind of, I don't know, see what would happen, right? Like, she's a smart girl. So, yeah. So I got to vote.
For their tribal, I want Gary out. Sounds like Gary was telling Melissa that he doesn't like me because I dragged him back in, which is understandable, but he was going to throw me under the bus to his tribe, or if we're ever going to try together, he'll try to get me out. That's kind of what Melissa was telling me. So with knowing that, I do not want him to stay in, and I'm hoping if he told someone like Katie, she pushes for him to go home here, which would benefit me a lot, because I don't think Gary would come back. For my tribe, I mean, my opinions haven't really changed. I think Melissa's gone down for me because of the challenge, but she also won, and I don't want to stir drama or anything about it. So, I mean, that's all I have.
Melissa told me that Casey started doing weird stuff in her DMs that was kind of unusual, bombarding her right before tribal and right afterwards. That was out of character. Also, something really funny that happened early this morning, because I woke up to let my chickens out, and obviously I immediately talked to Becca because she was awake, and we were both in the hotel, and she was so mad that Casey got out of the hotel and that she missed it, because she was like, Casey's never awake this early. She can do this, but she can't talk to people. Or whatever it was. It was so funny. she's not really a fan of Carter. Carter also made a comment to me that he loves Becca but wishes she was up later. And Becca and Katie went to sleep at the exact same time in the hotel. Becca stayed up past that though because she was messaging me for a while afterwards, and I think she got up to pee like once or twice and messaged me. But yeah, and I was just like, what are you trying to say, Carter? Like, this is really weird. But I don't think Carter's in a really good spot. I think that this ultimately could bring Dirk closer to me, knowing that Melissa loves Becca.
So talking to Melissa, turns out, yeah, she's working closely with Becca, so that works out. Sarah's partner, and then both Sarah and I noted that Carter, Katie's partner, isn't. We don't connect as much with as each other's partners, so that's interesting. And then I told Austin that Melissa told me that he's her number one. We shared each other's trust rankings. I think he's like third or fourth on our trust rankings, but it's Ryan's partner, so that's good. And Ryan obviously told Austin that I'm his number one, I think. I don't know. That's what Ryan tells me, but I think I'm Ryan's number one, but I hope not. I mean, I hope I'm Ryan's number one, but I could see it being Ethan.
Okay, just gonna do a video or an audio confessional because I'm just walking to kickball and just the thing to do. But it's supposed to be a unanimous Snowy vote. If it's 7-1 at this point. Sorry if you can hear cars, just like walking a kickball, so you know. But I don't know, I'm kind of nervous. Like, it's been so fucking quiet today, and I hope that's just because people are busy and like whatever. But yeah, I think I'm not like actually paranoid that I'm the vote. It's a little unnerving how quiet it is. So maybe something will happen that I'm not expecting. But yeah, I mean, if I do go here, I would be shocked. I would actually be very blindsided, but I've been blindsided before, so maybe I should just keep my expectations low. But I am anticipating a swap. Like, it's got to happen now, and I was just kind of anxious earlier because the I was like, what if I get swapped into like a small tribe of like 5, and it's like Casey and Yuli, and like someone that comes back from redemption, like, or resurgence, whatever. And I think that's a very slim chance of happening, but I am scared about it, so whatever. And it's like, yeah, those 3, and then like me and fucking, I don't even know, like Erica or someone like random. But apart from that, I'm cautiously optimistic that my game's going well. I'm not really sure, but I think this vote's going to tell me if like I'm in it for the long haul or I am not. So Mason did tell me a lot of info on the call that I had with him, which is awesome. He also did say like how like messy he can be and how many villain of the seasons he's won, which I don't inherently hate, but it was just interesting. And like I said above, like, he's not like, oh my god, like, I love you, you're my number one, blah blah blah. Like, Dirk does that shit, and I love him for it. So it's just, yeah. Mason actually dropped a little bit down for me, but I'm hoping it solidified his trust in me. But and I do really love Nick, his partner, so there's that. But yeah, hopefully this goes off without a hitch, or I will be devastated. So yeah.
Alrighty, hello Sagevivor. Nick here, obviously, ready for my episode 5 confessional. This episode has definitely been a little bit like eye-opening for me in terms of like who I can and can't trust heading into a swap situation. So basically, just to get like right into it, after Tribal, I like immediately went to sleep. I had a really long weekend, so I ended up sleeping for like 11 hours, and it was like pretty much like 30 minutes after tribal. So I wasn't really there for much of the like hashing out after the vote. The vote count ended up being 7 on Sal, 1 on Erica, which made sense because we knew Sal was pushing Erica's name, and then also 1 on Melissa, which like I personally didn't hear anything about. As far as I'm concerned, Melissa and Becca didn't as well, so we were all kind of like confused, like why did Melissa get a vote thrown on her? However, we come to find out, or I guess I come to find out when I wake up in the morning, apparently Carter is pushing pretty hard that I was the person who voted for Melissa. Now, Carter and I had talked before tribal. We had like a small conversation, like, hey, like, are we considering throwing any votes? I left it as, if Sal buys the shot in the dark, we can talk. If no, like, I see no reason to throw a vote. And I thought we were on the same page with that. Clearly, Carter is not happy with me because I threw my vote on Casey that first tribal, which, I mean, dude, if you like Casey, then tell me. Like, you could have said something, but you agreed to it. So you're throwing, what Carter's doing right now is he's throwing away someone who really wanted to work with him. And it's going to bite him in the butt because I actually have allies in this game and he doesn't. So sucks for you, but you're doing it to yourself.
All right. I don't think I have much hope that this is going to stay on. It's like kind of wiggly and loose. But I got to do my confessional because your girl don't want to be like Snowy and get 2 strikes. So I'm just getting out of rehearsal right now. So last time I played Sagevivor was over the summer and I had way more time. Well, actually I didn't have more time because I went to International Thespian Festival. That's right. So maybe I actually had less time. But I was a little like able to look at my phone more, and now I go like whole like 12 to 10 hours of not looking at my phone. I try to sneak it in here or there. But I feel like I get out of the loop and it makes me very paranoid. So I'm going to catch up there in a second, but I don't want to forget this. Long story short, oh, sorry. Long story short, we went into the Sage Hotel of Horrors, which really is a hotel of horrors, and couldn't have come at a worse time. Do we not think about doing endurance comps on Sundays and Saturdays, my friends, for us working gals? No, we gotta do it on a Monday. It's okay, I'm not that mad, but like I'm it's okay, it's fine. But yeah, I was really bummed about that because it was a really good opportunity to like talk to people in the other tribe, and I really couldn't because I had to focus on trying to get out because I knew it was like not ideal for me. And I also tried to spend my time talking to Carter and catching him up. And yeah, like Carter is acting exactly how I thought Carter would. He's strategic. He's not like fast into those like relationships. I feel like the thing I keep using with him, he's a slow burn. In the fact that he does make great relationships and does do the strategic game really well, but he like, I'm just like, oh, let me talk to everyone, and he's just like, he takes his time. Like I remember like being like feeling him out a lot when I played with him, so I definitely think he's taking his time with like really tight bonds. But he did tell me like who was in his top, and I told him who was in my top. Unfortunately, it's not like he doesn't not like the people that are the top, or doesn't like the partners of the people that I'm in with the most, which is Sarah and Dirk. But he doesn't like them or not like them. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Austin's his number 1, which is Ryan's partner, which is good because Ryan's pretty up there for me too. However, I think Austin and Ryan hold this characteristic of they are in with a little bit with everyone. So while I really like Ryan, I'm also aware everyone probably really likes Ryan. Like I'm assuming Ryan's probably pretty high up on the trust rankings in our tribe. And I'm okay being in the middle because don't need to win any, lovable competitions right now. So I'm gonna play my middle card for a while. That's a good one to play. I don't know. Besides that, oh yeah, there was a vote tonight. LOL. So we didn't win, obviously. And Gary got stuck in the hotel last, so we went back. It was very close though. I don't really hold it against Gary. Ryan was like, oh, I'm so pissed off at Gary, and I don't know if I buy that either. I kind of feel like he was like trying to throw Gary under the bus a little bit, because I'm like, are we really pissed off at Gary? He got dragged back in, like, just like happens, it wasn't like he was inactive or anything.
But Snowy, you know, I think we're all in agreement over here about Snowy because Snowy has 2 strikes. And it's just like, I don't think I've ever seen somebody get 2 strikes or kicked out of a game. Now, I'm still somewhat new, but like, how are you getting 2 strikes this early? Like, we can't rely on Snowy. And I really did like Snowy. But again, like, different time zones, one thing. But I play with people that are from, I mean, Jules from Australia. Like, talk about different time zones. So I'm also like, you gotta put the work in, my friend. And I just don't know if he is. Clearly, at least with confessionals and stuff. So we're all kind of under the mindset that he's probably gonna go strike out anyway. So we might as well just relieve him from the game. And it's an easy vote out where we don't have to piss each other off. So I think that's the vote.
But Becca said that she's kind of playing the field. Like, she also kind of has Austin on her outer trust circle, she said. But she doesn't quite trust Austin. She said he's very easy to talk to, but he's easy to talk to everybody. So she's not quite sure, essentially, who his closest people are. And I was like, well, that's interesting, because that's exactly how Ryan is. I have found that partners kind of match, you know, with the exception of Carter and Katie. They are very different. But, like, Becca said Sal was, like, pulling teeth to talk to, and I was like, funny coincidence, because Gary's dog shit to talk to. At one point, at one of the points when I came into the hotel, I think it was the second time, I was talking to Becca, obviously. I didn't reach out to really anyone except Becca. I did reach out to Melissa as she was messaging me. But I talked to Melissa, Becca, Austin had reached out to me, and Carter reached out to me, and the very last time I went in, Nick reached out to me.
But yeah, I'm being blamed. They actually tried to match my handwriting, and it's so funny to me because I'm not good at art. I'm not like drawer, like nothing like that. Absolutely not. But I've always had a really good handwriting. And the Melissa parchment has really bad handwriting. So it's really funny, like, because they tried to recreate, like, my style of parchment because I obviously knew which one was mine when I voted for Casey. So they're trying to, like, recreate that. And it's really funny to me because, one, they spelled Melissa wrong. Like, I'm sorry, I'm a literate person. Like, Carter typos all the time. Like, that's sus to me already. Carter's also saying that apparently his vote wasn't shown. Sus. And then, thirdly, like, they spelled Melissa wrong, and they didn't even fit it on, like, one line. Like, it's, like, Melissa, it's, like, a Melly, and then Sa. Like, so stupid. Like, it wasn't even neat handwriting either. I was actually offended that that was their, like, attempt at trying to throw me under the bus. Now, obviously, any, like, person with, like, 2 brain cells would know that, like, I wouldn't have done this vote. It's pretty obvious. Like, Becca and Melissa, they know I didn't do it. Erica knows I didn't do it. You know, like, we're all, like, smart people who, like, you know, understand how strategy works, like, have common sense in terms of the game. Austin does not have these traits. I don't know what's going on with him, but apparently, like, me, like, having a life and having a disaster weekend and not being online for a couple days really has severed our relationship.
Oh my god. Why the fuck do I look crazy? It's Austin Apple, episode 5. Ew. One thing I don't like about this filter, it gives me these nasty ass wrinkles, and it sometimes makes me look like a doll. Anyway, hope everything's going well decent for me. I'm kind of feeling a hater vibe today, like, not really feeling it, kind of grumpy, kind of moody, kind of negative, kind of conniving, and, like, I want to go to sleep, but, like, if we swap after this round at, like, 10 o'clock at night, because who the fuck decided that, I'm going to be super pissed. Regardless, things are decent, so right now in the tribe, I'm tribing, and I'm vibing, and I'm driving, and I'm thriving. I don't really know, like, what's all the stuff going on, but kind of do. I don't really care. Just don't.
Because he's going to Melissa and Becca and saying he thinks I threw the vote because Carter's telling him so. Now, that's really good to know that Austin and Carter are tight. Because I didn't really catch on to that relationship. But if he's just going to, like, throw that out there and kind of expose that, then that's fine with me. Your cards are on the table, bud, not mine. Obviously I wanted to work with Austin. He's always, like, it's just been weird strategically. There's always been a disconnect. And yeah, I guess Austin is, like, more on the Carter boat than the Nick boat right now. So he better hope I don't swap with Ryan. I'll tell him that much, because he could go. Yeah. So, I don't know. Austin, I'm like, I don't think he's spreading that he thinks I threw the vote. I think he just genuinely believes it, which I just like, I don't understand like how his brain works. Like, that's so obviously like not the case. Unless like maybe if Austin threw the vote, but I don't know. I think Carter threw the vote. I also wouldn't be surprised if Casey did. But I just honestly, after Wrath leaving, I don't think Casey cares about like the game, honestly, like as much like being here. Like she said like she was going to use the hotel as an opportunity to like talk to people, and then she immediately checked out and didn't talk to anyone. So it's like, and now I messaged her this morning, still haven't got a response. It's same old Casey, just not really trying in the social aspect of the game. So nothing new there. So I think it was Carter, because I think Carter sees that Casey has no one and is trying to make Casey his person. And that's really worrying for me, because Carter's partner is Katie, and apparently Katie, like Sarah's two closest allies, from what I understand, are Mason and Katie. So I want like Casey out of this game, so it's not a number for Carter and Katie. I would also not mind if Carter left, because apparently Sarah and Mason are really, really tight.
And Nick kind of perpetuated that he's close to Becca and Melissa. He thinks Carter and Casey are the ones that are trying to frame him. I don't really know. I don't care. Any of them can go except Becca. That is the only person I care about, but I do like Melissa. Melissa was really nice to talk to. I can see why Becca likes her. But like, we'll cut her throat too. I don't care.
And me and Becca are tight. So that would be like the group of four I would want to move forward with in this game, because Becca's my number one. Sarah's Mason's number one. Like, it just makes sense. But if we have to like compete with like Katie and Carter's already against me, like that's just a bad vibe right there. So I don't know what's going to happen there, but yeah.
If I get blindsided here, that would suck. I keep like being like, I could be blindsided. I could be, this could be happening. But I'm like, nah. And I really don't. I mean, like, and there's like a 10% chance that I'm getting blindsided. I really do just think it's snowy tonight. Sorry, my throat. We were doing SOL certifications today, and I have dust all in my throat now. I should have worn a face mask. Anyway, that's the tea. I got not much else for you. I'm still jiving with Sarah, still jiving with Dirk. I just enjoy them too. Can I just say that? Because, like, I don't know. I'm hosting an org right now, and there's a lot of negativity, and it's so fun to play with people who aren't just, like, freaking fun suckers, It's just fun to play with, like, decent people. Like, people hate or love Sarah because she's a little chaos goblin. I fucking love her for that, too. But, like, at least she's fun. At least she's interesting. At least she's not whiny. Like, she holds a conversation. I'm so tired of playing with people that, like, are like, ooh, and, like, take things personal. It's just so annoying. It really is. Like, get over yourselves. Anyway, that's my little rant for orgs today.
Yeah, so other than that, like, the challenge, like, we were in the Hotel of Horrors. We were able to talk to everyone. So I got to reconvene with Mason, and, yeah, we talked. He really likes Sarah. He's also pretty tight with Dirk and Ryan. So I used this as an opportunity, because I heard from Melissa and Becca that Austin was sus of me. I used this as an opportunity to really connect with Ryan, who is Austin's partner, and be like, look, like, I'm with Austin, like, we're together, like, we need to lock in something with the duos, because we clearly all get along. And Ryan seemed to be on the same page. I could already tell he was a smarter strategic thinker than Austin, like, within 2 seconds of our conversation. So I'm hoping that I can swap with Ryan, assuming he survives, because either if Austin continues to be shady, I can try and vote Ryan out, or I can really, like, try and build that connection, because I get the vibe that Austin probably will listen to Ryan come, like, merge. So Ryan's probably going to be calling the shots there.
I don't really know what's going to happen. Carter shared his trust rankings with Katie. I just got a voice chat with Katie. And Becca's not really on the top of that. So I don't really know where he sits into all this. I think he could potentially go, but they are saying that Casey would likely go in a thing. Erica, they also said, was kind of distant, but she's in an alliance with Becca. And I can't remember all the combinations, so I'm not even going to try to list them off. They are in my confessional. But Becca seems to be in a good spot, which is how she plays. This is why I brought her. And I can see us leveraging these relationships very well, and making it very far. I'm so happy I brought her. She was such a good choice to bring. But anyway, yeah, so when I got in, I was like, I'm surprised that Gary hasn't been talking to you. And she's like, oh, he has. And I was like, oh, really? And she was like, yeah, he's acting like my best friend. And I was like, basically, like, don't fall for it. Like, I don't know what it is. The man ignores me. Clearly, I am not trusted. Like, whether it comes down to him liking me, whether it comes down to him not trusting me, whether it comes down to me intimidating him, whether it comes down to me being uncomfortable because I'm sober, like, whatever the fucking reason is, it doesn't matter because he's worthless to me in a game sense. We do not have a working relationship, and there's not going to be one because he will not allow me to, like, he won't engage with me. So, like, he's worthless. Like, don't fall for it. Like, of course he's going to treat you like his best friend because you're my partner. And obviously, like, she knows that. Like, she's not stupid. That's why I brought her. She's so smart. And so snarky. I'm just really happy I got to hang out with her today and last night and just, I kind of had a little bit of a spiral. And when I say spiral, it's not like it's affecting me, you know, whatever. It's one of those like, oh fuck, like what do I do here? Like my brain just goes so fast. When I found out about Dylan's coin, I was like, fuck, like, I don't think Becca's going to catch this. Like, I don't know, like, what if someone says something? And Snowy did say something to her. So people fucking know. Like, it's public. And we pretty much, like, agreed, like, okay, like, if someone asks, like, whatever, I'll just say. But, like, I'm not going to offer the information to people. But, like, I was just, like, I was worried. You know, she's new to Discord. I mean, she's been on Discord, just like, I'm saying, like, she's new to the games and stuff on Discord. And then, because, like, I even told her about voice memo gate, and she was like, oh my God, like, that could happen to me. And I was like, look, I just love her. We're gonna do so good. I do think she's in a better position than I am, but Gary lost us the challenge. And again, I don't think he was happy when I went back in there, but then, like, I left again, because, like, why do y'all suck so bad? I'm trying to think. Oh, and my other little spiral was about the idol piece. Ryan posted in Tribe Chat that, like, people shouldn't take it, and you can see my whole thought process in there as I was pulling through, because I was like, why didn't Becca grab it? Like, what is she doing? Like, get away from your boyfriend. Like, whatever you're doing. Like, oh God. And I was like, if I grab it, like, and I lose, like, what's gonna happen? It was so much fun. I really loved it, and I did really well in the challenge. I had a lot of fun fucking around, and I got a coin. I'm trying to think. Becca said she got the idol piece. I did not mention that on this video. That was like the first thing I put in my fucking confession. That was like the first thing she told me. She said she was like the only person who tried to buy something at midnight. And I told her how we had like negative 275 within a minute. And she was like, what the fuck? And I was like, yeah, and all these fucking hoes are over here talking about like, I didn't try to get anything. It's like, bitch, everyone tried to get something. Shut the fuck up. Like, I'm surprised y'all are buying my lie about like, I only try to go for the fucking idol. Or idol piece or whatever.
But yeah, it was nice getting to know some of the other people. I obviously, like, I didn't get a chance to talk with everyone, but I did talk with Sarah, Ryan, a little bit with Dirk, and I'm missing one. Oh, I talked with Ethan, but Ethan checked out really quickly. Like, I only caught him for a bit.
I'm always worried I'm not people's number ones, but we'll see. It looks like the vote is going to be Snowy. Sarah said that she had like a 2-hour VC with Snowy earlier, which, I don't know, kind of concerns me if he's going to be the vote. She did bring up the fact that, like, she'd be okay voting Snowy, but kind of thinks he could be useful. Thought about, like maybe we should save him, and I thought the same thing, but I ultimately was like, I don't think it's a good idea, and she didn't really add to that. So as far as I know, the vote is going to be Snowy, and Snowy thinks it's Mason.
Alright, so real quick, while there's a commercial break for the Reds game, I'll do this. So this episode, Gary, from my perspective, basically threw the challenge. There's a chance to pull yourself out, but you lose your vote, and he didn't take it. And he said that the offer was revoked at that point, but I honestly don't believe it. It kind of peed me off, and it definitely upset a couple others, but I'm in an alliance with them, so I'm not going to ruffle any feathers, I guess you could say. So I threw his name out to Snowy as a decoy, but Snowy was definitely the main name out tonight. And yeah, I mean, I had a pretty long call with Ryan, so we're pretty tight. We're gonna protect each other's partners moving forward, and I feel like it'd be the same situation in terms of Spro as well. So yeah, if there's a swap coming up next, I'm feeling good.
And then I don't know if we're gonna swap after this. I think we might swap. But yeah, I think just going to the hotel, things are lining up nicely with people's partners. Ethan's partner doesn't, I think Ethan's partner is not in a super great spot, along with Casey, Wrath's partner. And then if we vote out Snowy, I can't imagine his partner will be in a great spot either.
Oh my god, that's really wow. Oh wow, we won, yay.
Oh, that's the other thing. For getting out of the hotel, I guess he was offered a deal of 2 idol pieces, which Ryan and I had talked about, we could throw him under the bus, but also if he told us that, he trusts us. I keep suspecting Ryan of being very carefully, keeping Gary around, just saying the right things, but I don't know. I think he's also correct in everything he says, and I do think Gary trusts me a decent amount right now, so he definitely trusts me enough to tell me about 2 idol pieces, so yeah, I'm interested to see what happens. I'm nervous that something could be crazy. The vibes have been a little off today. People haven't been around, so a little nervous it could be me, but I was nervous for the Wrath vote, and it was just Wrath, and Ryan was too. We're nervous Nellies. Ethan makes us feel better a lot of the time.
It's kind of been a while since I've talked about all my tri-mates and how I feel about them. I love talking to Ryan. Ryan's probably my favorite person to talk to. He just always has even if I have nothing to say, he always has something to say to help fill the silence. And it's it's so nice to for someone to understand all, because I don't really have much input right now. Doesn't mean I don't want to talk to you. He's funny, we get along. I don't really have anything negative to say about him. Maybe besides the fact that sometimes he's too flirty, but I don't know, I kind of vibe with that too. We got Dirk. I like Dirk. He's just he's just more introverted, I think, compared to some other people on this cast. And he's also a full-grown adult with a child, so I'm sure that doesn't help, but he's just I think he's better when he sends voice messages than just regular text. He's chill though. I like him. He's my second favorite. Then we got Katie and Sarah, who kind of fall into the same spot where it's I like them, close with them, but I don't know. I could I don't want to say I could take them or leave them, because I would rather keep them than the other people I haven't talked about yet. Then we got someone like Snowy, who due to time zone, it's hard to talk to him. But also, even when he is here, he's inactive. Doesn't like ever message me first. And then when I do talk to him, I feel like all he's sending is these stupid ass emojis, and it's like him going like those, like it's just a bunch of random ass letters, and it's like, oh, help me carry this conversation. Like, you're not doing me any, like, it's hard to respond to that. So, no, please give me more to work with. And, dude, you're not doing yourself any favors by getting 2 strikes already. Like, you're basically, like, you're on the chopping block now solely because of that. You weren't even, like, really on anybody's radar to be, like, a next vote. At least to my knowledge, nobody's brought you up at all. Then we got Mason. I feel like every subsequent season I play with Mason has been harder and harder for me to talk to him. Not for any reason in particular that I can identify. It's just like, I don't know. I just can't find anything to seem to relate or like talk to or really get engaged with him. I think that's everybody. Oh, then we have Gary. Gary has actually really warmed up to me recently. Like, I really thought we were gonna have beef and bad blood between us and just not get along or want to work together, but my opinion on him has really changed. Like, he's still quiet. Like, he's still kind of quiet with me, but like, he really has been, like, he's been texting me first quite a bit of times. And I'm like, compared to what he used to, like, it was never he would text me first. But now he's like, actually, sometimes we'll just be like, reach out and just say something. I'm like, oh wow, that was a little surprising. This challenge is pretty nice. I got out first. Oh, if I wasn't at work, I probably would have went back into the hotel for some of those sage coins. It only takes seven to get an idol and 3 to get 3 coins to get what is it called? 3 coins to get an extra vote, which is pretty good. And considering the fact that who is it? Sarah has like 3 now, just by herself, I think. And then like I know Dirk has 2. You also got to think that Wrath was voted out, and so was Nicole. And where did those 2 coins go? Like, where did Nicole's coin go? Where did Wrath's coins go? Coin or coin, however many he had. So, interesting to think about when it comes to advantage-wise.
Ethan and I, like, nothing really, like, I was like, oh my god, like, so excited to see you, like, it was weird, but I think we're fine. I don't know. I really want to work with Ethan, so, like, especially because, like, Erica is, like, a number for me, so, like, I really want to, like, hedge in on that connection. I'm honestly not really worried about it at this point. I feel like Ethan and I are going to be fine. Mason wasn't like super tight with Ethan, but he also said he wasn't targeting Ethan, so we'll see how that goes. My read from like what I got from their dynamic is that Snowy and Gary are on the bottom. Mason's probably not too far ahead of them, but he should be fine until we swap, which is really all I care about. And yeah, I basically just have been using this as an opportunity to just be like, look, like duos need to stick together. We're all clearly like, we have the same sort of allies. So like we should all be sticking together to get through this swap together. I really was pushing that idea. So I'm hoping, you know, they're not sus of it, with every duo basically besides Carter and Katie. Also not Uli and Snowy, but I'm basically just assuming Snowy is going home at this point because spoiler alert, we won the challenge. But yeah, I don't know. I think it was needed. I think it was good to like be able to talk to them and like see like kind of like get more information on their tribe dynamic, if that makes sense. But yeah.
Okay, a quick update. So I escaped Sage's Hotel of Horrors. Well, not on my own account. I had to make a deal to get out because somehow I ended up the last person in there with Gary. And we were offered a deal. If we could mutually agree on who would go and who would stay, the person that stayed would get 2 idol shards. Which, great, and I would have certainly loved to have them, but I would have rather been safe, to be honest. After a rogue vote on me and the constant seeming push on Erica, who I really don't want to see go, I figured guaranteed safety was best. Knowing I'll be here the next round, I can deal with Gary and the idol shards later. Maybe making the deal with Gary will put me in a better position with him. It couldn't, but maybe it will. maybe he'll get voted out with them and I don't have to worry about it. So, I don't know. We'll see. Let's hope it's not like, fuck. Imagine it'll be Dirk. I say this now and I'm putting my mouth on it and it's not going to happen. I'm not going to manifest it. But anyway. So, safety was, guaranteed safety was good for me. I played it safe instead of risked it for 2 shards, which, I mean, I still only have the one I got to begin with. I'm not good at finding stuff, and I'm certainly not good enough in challenges to earn more, so we'll just leave it at that. So it's been a fairly quiet and boring day, because, well, we won. So the people who don't talk haven't been talking, and the people I talk with, we've still been chatting. So, yeah, still great with Becca and Nick and Austin and Erica. I've hardly talked to Erica, but again, she's really busy, so we don't talk a whole lot. But hopefully, because she's so busy, she's not talking a whole lot with everybody else, and we're still on the same page. I can't remember. I think Dirk was like, I knew what was going to happen. It was hotel horrors, and then someone gets voted off, and then did he say we swap? I don't know. So maybe that's coming next. Maybe it's the round after. I'm not sure, but I'm super curious to see who will get voted out. It was cool being able to chat with everybody and kind of get to know everybody, although I didn't talk to Snowy at all. I think from talking to Dirk, it sounded like maybe Snowy and Gary were on the bottom, so maybe it'll be one of them, and hopefully no big shenanigans happens. But yeah, that's the it's a quick recap. There hasn't really been a whole lot going on, and I'm on my way out the door, taking the kids to youth group and some running around to do, and I should be back just in time for tribal results and to see what happens next.
Losing this challenge does stink because I think there's a swap coming up, like literally right after this. I think we're going to swap into 3 teams of 5. And it sucks because we're going to be down 1 person, which means we're pretty likely that a couple of us might get swap screwed.
But yeah, I had a lot of fun. It was a good round for me. Right now, we lost. I did say that. Gary essentially lost it for us because he sucks so bad. I do still intend on heart fucking him and making him super uncomfortable because I think it'd be super funny. Just like, I don't know. But I think I'm gonna do it. If he tries to say something, probably publicly, maybe I'll pull it out and like maybe use it to like guilt trip him, be like, well, I can't talk about that and I feel so alone and like because I can't drink and I'm so sorry and I feel like I'm so excluded and Becca thought it would be funny too. So I was just like, what the fuck? Yeah, especially if he tries to target me or something. I do think that he ultimately would let me go because like he fucking ignores me. People have already brought up Snowy's name as a target. I did pre-vote Snowy. I expected his name to kind of come up, especially after he got the 2 strikes. He's at 2 strikes right now. Yeah. Which is not a bad idea. Like, I did put in my confessional before that if we wanted to get rid of somebody, it needed to be Snowy or Gary just so I can maintain numbers in case we don't swap. I need to keep these people who aren't going to vote me because I don't trust Ethan, Gary, or Ryan. Dirk, I do trust, especially with this information with Melissa. And I've been kind of throwing Austin sort of under the bus a little bit, like all the stuff Becca was saying, things that Nick was saying, just to kind of make Dirk want to stay with me. Because and Becca did say Nick was her number 1. But she is treating Melissa as her number 1 now because she's not sure who voted Melissa. And Nick was very close to them. So the story is that she and Melissa are number ones because they are. She is treating Melissa as her number one. She has no choice. But she does like Melissa. And if, if they're number ones, we should be number one, Dirk. And we can run the game. Carter is not really sure. Carter also made up a lie to tell Mason. It's not anything, whatever. And he was like, this is the best lie of this season. I definitely don't think it's the best lie. I'm sure there's some game-related lies going on that are pretty good. But me and Becca's lie is better than yours, dude. And I wouldn't even say ours is the best of the season. And that's another thing. She has continued with the lie. I have continued with the lie, so it will... everyone thinks she's only played one org. It was over on the forums. Like, she's never played anything on Discord. Which, that is true. It's just the other stuff's not. I don't want people knowing that she is a legend. I don't want people knowing that she's really fucking good. Like, obviously, I'm not stupid. And Dirk, one of my first conversations with Dirk, he brought up, like, well, I expect, you brought your partner because, she's good and all this stuff. And I was like, well, I brought her because I think it'd be funny to see her navigate on Discord. And that is not the truth. I did bring her because she's good. But, that should be the expectation. You are bringing someone you want to play with, and there should be a reason. But I do have this other reputation of having fun, of being a little unhinged, of being whatever it is I am. So it kind of goes with that. Like, I like to laugh. I like to have fun. And Becca is hilarious. She is very fun. But she's fucking good. And her positioning seems to show that too. It was such a good round. If I had to make a guess right now, I think Snowy will be going home. I'm going to keep my ear to the ground though, because it was odd. Ethan speaking with his full chest kind of stuff, that Snowy needs to go home. And it's like, you didn't do that with the other votes? But I don't know. This is what I'm talking about with the overestimating and underestimating ourselves. Like, when things like this happen, when something seems so easy, it shouldn't be. Like, it's not. And I've only really... I don't encounter this often where I come from. It seems to be a Discord fucking thing. It's odd. Like, and even Becca had mentioned things like, where we come from, people are constantly talking and all this stuff. Like, when it's like this, there's usually some sort of puppeteer making it this way, and you're trying to decipher who it is, what's the real goal, all these things. I don't think these players are smart enough to fucking do that. Like, oh God, but I'm trying not to think that way because I'm like, it is possible. I've seen it happen. I have helped orchestrate shit. I have been a part of things, I don't know. I think it'll be really interesting. We'll see. But if I had to guess, it will be Snowy. Strictly because Dirk, Mason, and Katie are not going to vote me. I don't think Dirk would be in trouble. Mason could be. Mason's name could come up. And I don't think Katie would be in trouble. Like, out of these three, outside of Mason, it'd be me. Because Katie is ingrained. She has this bud connection, all this stuff. Dirk seems to be close with Ethan Ryan. He is in that alliance with Gary and Ryan. So I think he's much more ingrained than I am. But I don't know. My prediction is Snowy. As of right now, 11:10 p.m., September 29th. And we shall see what happens. I do have 3 coins. If I have to, I'll use a fucking extra vote. I could probably flip this over onto Gary if I wanted to. But I also don't appreciate people not doing the bare minimum in fucking orgs. Snowy has 2 fucking strikes. The fact is, we pulled him out of the goddamn hotel because we felt like he would, fuck up. And that really wasn't on him. Like, he's in a different time zone. But it's like, he can't even do the bare minimum for something he signed up for. And I think it's disrespectful. He's not really here that often. I don't know where he is in the tribe. He is not a guaranteed vote to like save me, essentially, you know. So he can go. It was always, for me and Katie, it was always Snowy or Gary. And we don't have to push this, so I'll take it. Like, Gary can go later. I don't give a shit. Like, as long as, like, oh God, my patience is just getting really low with him. I do not like him at all. So, yeah. But I think it'll be Snowy, and I'm gonna keep my ear to the ground just in case. If some shit happens tomorrow, I'll do like another video confessional before Tribal. But like, this was a nice round for me. So you know what, if it was me, I'll just destroy the fucking child at Redemption. And I'll come back into the game. I'll send all my shit to Becca. I don't care. Like, I'll be back.
And just like that, the returnees blindsided Snowy, sending him to Resurgence River, who will win the next Resurgence challenge and potentially return to the game. We will find out here soon. Snowy, thank you so much for playing. Like I said to everybody else before, though, you are down right now, but you are not out of the game, so we will see how that goes down. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Sagevivor Season 9. Smash the like button. I love you so much, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!